Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mama yonir mahad brahma. Tasmin garbhaṁ dadhāmy aham. Sambhavaḥ sarva-bhūtānāṁ. Tato bhavati bhārata. Mama yonir mahad brahma. Tasmin garbhaṁ dadhāmy aham. Sambhavaḥ sarva-bhūtānāṁ. Aham. Tato bhavati bhārata. Mama yonir mahad brahma. Tasmid garbhaṁ dadhāmi aham. Sambhavaḥ sarva-bhūtānāṁ. Tato bhavati bhārata. Word for word meaning mama, my, yoniḥ, source of birth, mahad, the total material existence, brahma, supreme, tasmin, in that, garbham, pregnancy, dadhāmy, create, aham, I, sambhavaḥ, the possibility, sarva-bhūtānāṁ, of all living entities, tataḥ, thereafter, bhavati, becomes, Bharata, O son of Bharata. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada K. The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the births of all living beings, O son of Bharata. Please repeat. The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the births of all living beings, O son of Bharata. Purport. This is an explanation of the world. Everything that takes place is due to the combination of kṣetra and kṣetra-jña, the body and the spirit soul. This combination of material nature and the living entity is made possible by the Supreme God Himself. The mahat-tattva is the total cause of the total cosmic manifestation, and that total substance of the material cause, in which there are three modes of nature, is of the material cause, in which there are three modes of material nature, is sometimes called Brahman. The Supreme Personality impregnates the total substance, and thus innumerable universes becomes possible. This total material substance, the mahat-tattva, is described as Brahman in the Vedic literature. Muṇḍaka Upaniṣad, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 19. Tasmad etad brahma nāma-rūpam anam chajayate. The Supreme Person impregnates the Brahman with the seeds of the living entities. The 24 elements, beginning from earth, water, fire, and ether, are all material energy, and they constitute what is called mahad brahma, or the great Brahma, the material nature. As explained in the 7th chapter, beyond this, there is another superior nature, the living entity. Into material nature, the superior nature is mixed by the will of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore all living entities are born in this material nature. The scorpion lays its eggs in piles of rice, and sometimes it is said that the scorpion is born out of rice. But the rice is not the cause of the scorpion. Actually, the eggs were laid by the mother. Similarly, material nature is not the cause of the birth of the living entities. The seed is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they only seem to come out as products of material nature. Thus, every living entity, according to his past activities, has a different body created by this material nature, so that the entity can enjoy or suffer according to his past deeds. The Lord is the cause of all the manifestations of living entities in this material world. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Mama yonir mahad brahma, tasmin garbhaṁ dadhāmi aham, sambhavaḥ sarva-bhūtānāṁ, tato bhavati bhārata. The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and it is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible the births of all living entities, O son of Bharata. So there is the ultimate cause of everything, where everything emanates. As it says in the Brahma Samhita, Isvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karna Karnam. He is the source of both the material and spiritual worlds. And in the material world, there is also a second creator, Lord Brahma. But he came from the navel of Garbhodakashayi Vishnu, and Garbhodakashayi Vishnu came from Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu came from the second expansion of Sankarsan, quadruple expansion of Sankarsan, and then there is the first quadruple expansion of Aniruddha, Vasudeva, Pradyumna, and Sankarsan, and then the origin is Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna doesn't have to do all of this creation. He is the cause, but then his expansions made it possible for the material energy to come into being. So yes, or the verse after this is called, he is the seed-giving power of everyone. Aham bija pradapita. By his, under his direction. Maya jakshena prakriti sa suyati sa characharam. Ito na konteya tad jagat viparivartate. Both the material and spiritual worlds are come into being under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. So indirectly, Krishna is involved because he is like the, we may say, the mastermind. Even in the material world, when you say mastermind, he doesn't have to be involved in the operation. He knows everything what's going on because ultimately he's the one that makes everything come into being. So yes, in the Bhagavad Gita, yes, 14.4, aham bija pradapita, I am the seed-giving father of all living beings. All species of life are born because of Krishna. He impregnates the material nature. It's like in the very beginning, our universe is like, you may say, all the ingredients are there, but because of the impregnation of the Lord, everything comes into being. Or ultimately, Mahavishnu, by his glance, by his glance, he can do everything. All the senses of the Lord are fully functional. It's like when we offer food to Krishna, just by his glancing, he is eating. He doesn't have, all of his senses are interchangeable. We eat through our mouth, but Krishna, he can eat through his eyes. Anganiya sakalendriya brittimanti. Yes, so only Krishna can do this. Because Krishna is only enjoying in this spiritual world, playing with his cowherd boyfriends and dancing with his cowherd girlfriends and sitting in the lap of Mother Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj. He doesn't have to do all of this work. It's like a rich man. He doesn't have to go to a 9-to-5 job, but he knows everything through, he has, you may say, different hands. Everything is operational, going into operation, and he just have to wait. And if there is some troubles, then he doesn't have to go also. He will call someone to do the troubleshooting. So, it is very important to understand this, that everything is under his supervision. Yeah, we quoted that verse also. Maya jakshena prakriti suyati sa characharam. This is in chapter 9, text 10. The material energy works only under the sanction and the direction of the Supreme Lord. It says also that not a single blade of grass moved without the will of the providence, without the will of the Supreme Lord. So everything is sanctioned, but at the same time, he is not responsible for the result. The activities of the jivas, they have this free will to do minutely, and they cannot blame Krishna, they cannot blame God if something happens not accordingly to their expectation. Because according to their desire, they create more and more facilities for them to take birth again and again in 8,400,000 species of life. We are responsible for our action. We cannot blame God. Why God? Why Krishna? Why you put me into this situation? Well, Krishna only provides according to our desire. but He is not responsible for our action. So there is a big difference. We are responsible for our actions, and if there is something good going on, it is also because of us. And if something wrong with what's going on, we cannot blame others for what is happening to us. As it says, we are the architect of our future. We are also the destructor of our future. It depends. So this material energy works like this. It facilitates the living entities according to their own desire. Everything is under the direction of the Supreme Lord. But the Supreme Lord is not responsible for whatever is going to happen to us. If the desire is meant for our own benefit, like materially, then we are responsible. But if we surrender to Krishna and our desire is only to please Him and His devotees, Krishna will take care of us. He will protect us. He will give all the facilities by which we can go back home, back to Godhead. He gives the facilities also to forget Him. If a jiva wants to forget Krishna, Prabhupada says, and Krishna will give all the facilities for one to forget Him. Another verse, 10:8, one of the Chatusloki. Aham sarvasya parvabho mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajanti mam mudha baba samadvita. I am the source of all. Everything emanates from me. Again, Krishna is the source of everything. And the material world is the perverted reflection of the spiritual world. It is real, but it is temporary. It is not false. The material world is not false. It is real, but it is temporary. There is a beginning, there is a middle, and there is an end. In the spiritual world, it's eternal, ever existing. It's full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. Sandini, Sambit, and Hladini. Sandini means existence, eternally existing. The material world is also eternally existing, but there is a dissolution, there is a maintenance, and there is also creation. After dissolution, then another creation takes place. And then again, maintenance. In the spiritual world, everything is always existing. Time is conspicuous by its absence. There is no such thing as past. Everything is in the present. The future also is the present in the spiritual world. There's no such thing, yesterday. It's always now. Unlike here in the material world, we have yesterday, which we cannot buy it back. As Chanakya Pandit says, even a boatload of gold, you cannot buy the past. It's past, it's gone. But we can look forward to, and we can learn from our mistakes. Mistakes is there. To err is human. That's what they say. But we should not commit the same mistakes so that we can move forward. If we commit the same mistakes again and again, then we're stuck. And not just more of stuck, we'll be degenerated. Degenerated. That means we go back. So that is the difference, isn't it? Aham sarvasya prabhavo. Both the material and spiritual world, our manifestation and the origin is Krishna. An example can be given here, just like the electricity. The electricity can be used to operate a heater. It's like when it's cold, we need heater. Winter is coming up. Not very soon, but soon. And also, the electricity used to operate an air condition when it's hot, when it's humid. So Krishna is a source both of material and spiritual worlds, and it's considered to be both are included in the kingdom of God. Kingdom of God is not only the spiritual world. This is also part of the kingdom of God, the material world. But in the material world, the Maya Shakti operates. That's why there is past, present, and future. In the spiritual world, the future is now, and now is the future. And in the material world, past is past, and the future, trust, what's that? Trust no future, for it doesn't come. Is there a saying like that? Trust no future, for it never comes. But if we happen to be in the path, we are in the path of bhakti, then the future is bright. The future is, yes, sir.
The main factor is that he has given free will.
Yeah.
You have to decide.
Yes.
That is the biggest
Well, the free will, you don't exercise it according to your own sense enjoyment. If you become independent, then the execution of free will give you trouble. That's why a devotee, his free will is finished because he completely depends on Krishna. Whatever Krishna decides or whatever Krishna desires, we don't have any other desires except Krishna's desires. So our free will is like giving up. Whatever the spiritual master tells us, then that's it. We don't speculate whether I should do it or not. Then there is no reason for one to take up the process of initiation. Because as soon as one takes initiation, he gave up his free will already. No more. Because whatever is the will of the spiritual master and Krishna, that is also my will. I don't have an independent free will. Yes. Only the materialists, they may misuse their free will or they may use it properly. But in spiritual life, we just accept. It's like Krishna told Arjuna, you can do as you like. Now I have given you this message, the Bhagavad Gita, this knowledge. It's up to you to decide. But then, what is it? What is it for him to decide? Because he already accepted Krishna as his spiritual master. Still he's given a decision to do what he wished to do. Yes, but again, he's testing. Krishna is testing Arjuna for our own benefit, for our own goodwill. For our own goodwill, because Krishna is always our ever well-wisher. Even if a non-devotee misuses his free will, Krishna's always wishing him well, so that somehow he will wake up and one day he will realize, I have to give up my free will. My free will is only up to Krishna. I don't have my own. Yes. So, in the Puranas, mentions here, Ekadesha statisyang nir josna vistarini yata parasya brahmana shakti statedham akilang jagat. First canto, chapter 2, text 6. Just as fire is localized but spreads heat and light everywhere, so the Supreme Lord remains transcendental, yet manifests His entire creation through His energies. Parasya Saktir Vividhaiva Suyate Svabhiki Jnana Balakriyacha. Krishna has unlimited energies. Krishna is Saktiman. He is the source of all the energies and is divided into three main categories. The superior energy, the Vishuddha Sattva, the pure goodness. Again, that is in the spiritual world, comprised of Sandini, Samvit, and Hladini. Then there's the Tasta Shakti, the Jiva Tattva, that means the living entities. Like us, there are two types of living entities, the Nitya Siddhas and Nitya Baddhas. In this spiritual world, there is no Nitya Baddha. They're all Nitya Siddhas, eternally liberated souls. In the material world, some are Nitya Siddhas. They came here to also reclaim the conditioned souls, to show them the path, how to go back home, back to Godhead. And they have to overcome the material energy, which is also part of the energy of the Lord, Bahiranga Shakti, the external energy, but it's very difficult to overcome. What's that? Daivihi isha gunamai mama maya duratyaya mam ebaya prapadyante mayam itam tarantite. This divine energy of mine is very difficult to overcome. Material energy is divine also, as we mentioned earlier, because in the electricity, you can use in different ways. So it came, the material energy also came from Krishna, so it must be divine. Like the jivas, the tatashta shaktis, they were also divine. But then, because of the conditioning state of the jivas, they can be overcome by the material energy, having misidentifying the body as the self. Then we become succumbed by the modes of material energy, nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. So as Prabhupada says, at least we should come to the mode of goodness in order to come to the platform of Vishuddha Sattva. Again, Vishuddha Sattva, where life is full of knowledge, bliss, and eternity. Śrīmad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 87, Text 2. The personified Vedas pray that the Lord is the original cause of both the living entities and cosmic manifestation. He empowers Maya, but himself remains untouched. So when the Supreme Lord comes from time to time, it's like Lord Krishna or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they come once in one day of Lord Brahma, but they are not under the jurisdiction of Maya, Mayic energy. They are aloof. It's like the lotus flower is on the water, but it is not wet. Waterproof. They're not, they came here to perform their pastimes, and not because of karma. Unlike we do, we come again and again in different species of life because of the desires to load it over the material energy, because of karma. So those who are mudhas, Bhagavad Gita says, what's that? They mistakenly think that when Krishna comes, that Krishna is like us. Abhajananti ma mudha manusim tanim asrita. Yeah, they misunderstood. This is like Prabhupada gave an example. The warden the jail warden, he may visit the prison house, but the prisoners may think, oh, he became like us. Now he's a prisoner also. But no, the warden can come and go, and no one will stop them. The security or whoever is in charge of the security in jail, they will not stop him. Actually, they're very happy that he came to visit. Yes. So the Acharya says, in Govinda Vasya, this is the commentary of the, was that the Vedanta Sutra? Huh? Or Bhagavatam is the commentary. Govinda Vasya is to prove that we are bona fide. Explains all causes, nimitta, upadana, efficient and material, ultimately rest in Krishna. Even Prakriti, material nature, is secondary. Without his will, it cannot act. So Krishna is the one only, he can act freely, and he is not under jurisdiction of any type of ways how he will be affected. Out of his sweet will only, Krishna will do anything and everything, and he is not responsible. Or there is no contraption. There is no such thing as he becomes responsible. Seemingly, he may do something like immoral in the eyes of the conditioned souls, but his actions are always transcendental. Like, say, he's stealing of the butter and yogurt, stealing of the garments of the young cowherd maidens. But for them, his stealing is a source of happiness. But for us, if someone steals our belonging, are you happy? Are you going to be happy? You will curse that person and you will call the police. Hey, he stole my things. No, for Krishna, this is the talk of the town. His stealing is a source of joy for everyone. Because there is something for them to talk to and for something for them to compose poetry and songs that they will recite all day long. So that is Krishna. Srila Prabhupada, he says, the father gives the seed and the mother supplies the body. Then the mother is the material energy, the mahat-tattva, which provides the bodies of 8.4 million species. This is a purport from the Bhagavad Gita. Let's look at that one. Oh yes. Again, the same, because this is like, there is a connection between text 3 and text 4. Talking about Krishna is the source of everything and the seed-giving father of everyone. Yes, so how to understand this? It's very difficult. But there are different analogies Prabhupada has given to us. In the Vishnu Purana, the sun remains in one place yet illuminates the world. The Lord remains in Goloka Vrindavan, but by his energies manifests infinite living beings and universes. The sun is there. It's like the other day we were walking in Boston. So it's already daylight, but we can still see the moon also at the same time. That means the moon is always there and the sun is always there. It's just because of the movement of the planet Earth. It revolves very fast. Every second, we're moving really fast, but because of the gravity, we don't feel that the Earth is spinning. But the sun is always there. It it remains in one place. It is also revolving, but it is relative. And because of the sun, it says if the sun changes its orbit even less than a degree, we can be scorched and will be burned. So these are all Krishna's arrangements. It says also that all the planetary systems, all the in the ethereal, in the sky, all the planets are revolving, but they don't, what do you call this? They don't smash with each other. Because there is a higher intelligence that arranges all of these things. And Krishna is always in Goloka Vrindavan. Or he's always in Vrindavan, Boma Vrindavan. But not everyone can see him. Only those who are pure-hearted, they can see him. Another practical example is given. A father may not physically construct the body of his child, but without his seed, the child cannot exist. Similarly, Krishna is indispensable seed giver of every living being, working through his material energy. Another example. In a city, so many houses lighted up at night. The bulbs differ in shape and wattage. It's like here. In this room, there's so many bulbs, different wattage. If you go downstairs, the lobby, different colors also in wattage. But the current comes from one powerhouse. Likewise, all life forms are diverse, but their existence rests on Krishna. What's that? That everything rests on Krishna, just like pearls on a string. Yes. So application, how do we understand this? We should just try to realize that our very existence is due to the Lord's mercy. So we should have a deep gratitude towards Lord Krishna. Without His mercy, we will be helpless and we will not be able to exist. So this will awaken our humility and dependence upon Him. Others, they don't have humility. They're being awakened, realizing Krishna or depending on Krishna will not happen because they think that everything evolves because of their strength or their experience or their knowledge. But everything comes from Krishna. So devotees acknowledge this and they are very grateful to Krishna to receive this. We should see also unity in diversity. Respect all beings, knowing they are children of the same Supreme Father. So a devotee, a pure devotee of the Lord, he sees everyone in equal vision. Others may belong to a different religion, different race, color, creed, nationality. But he is respectful and understand that they may not surrender to Krishna immediately, but at least if they acknowledge that there is a Supreme Father who provides everything, who maintains everything, and without Him, we will be nothing. Daily reminder. So whenever, it says here, each sunrise, birth, or seed sprouting is a living demonstration that the Lord is behind all manifestations. So every time we should be thankful whenever we wake up in the morning, be thankful to Krishna that this is another day for us to remember Him and try to do some service for him or his pure devotees. Okay, I will stop here now. It's 5 to 7. Says here, the scorpion lays its eggs in piles of rice, and sometimes it is said that the scorpion is born out of rice, but the rice is not the cause of the scorpion. Actually, the eggs were laid by the mother. Similarly, material nature is not the cause of the birth of the living entities. The seed is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and they only seem to come out as products of material nature. So that's why we have different bodies, different mindset, and these are all provided by the material energy, giving us the facility that someday we will become Krishna conscious. If we don't realize this, then we'll take birth again and again in one of these 8,400,000 species of life, and we will go in the cycle of repeated birth and death again and again. Hare Krishna. Any question or comment? Interesting, huh? Any points? Anybody else would like to add something?
Online?
Huh?
Online?
Online? Oh, maybe yes. Let's see. You're very intelligent. No question. Oh, in Facebook, no question. How about in YouTube? No question. Everyone is offering their obeisances. Yes,
I have one question.
go ahead.
How we can overcome our anger? Sometimes like happiness, distress. Sometimes how can overcome this?
Anger is very difficult, isn't it? Actually, why does one become angry? Because he wants something that he cannot attain. You become angry, it's like a child, you know. He will tell, Mama, I want this, Papa, I want this. And the father and the mother says, no, 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 you have so much of this already. Like we've heard that story. Prabhupada, he want one gun. But then he wanted two guns, one for each hand. But the father only gave one gun. So Prabhupada went into what you call tantrum. You know what's the meaning of tantrum? Tantrum means like, he really wanted something, but he's expressing his, he's not accepting it, that he's only receiving, it's not enough. So sometimes the kids will bang his head. But Prabhupada, you know what he did? He banged his head on the floor. So that's why Prabhupada had the scars on his head. So according to Bhishmadev, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, when he was instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj in how the human beings should behave, one can overcome anger by becoming simple. Be satisfied. If you're satisfied, how can you be angry? You will only become angry if you're not satisfied. One becomes angry also if he wants to do something. Let's say, for example, he wants to correct something, but it's beyond his reach to correct something. So he'll become angry. So the best way how to get rid of anger krodha is to be simple, be satisfied. How can you be satisfied? Well, whatever Krishna provides, we should be thankful. Whatever Krishna gives us along the way, we should be grateful. Sudama Vipra is very satisfied. Kolavecha Sridhar is very satisfied. They practically, Kolavecha Sridhar, he only have one set of dhoti and they have even holes on them. It's not like an ISKCON brahmachari. Every 3 months they get like, a new dhoti and kurta. And they will choose, no, I don't like that color. I like this one. I like this one. No. A simple householder, they are happy. They're peaceful. They're not envious. So we should be satisfied. If we are just serving Krishna and we have some prasadam to eat, like here we get free prasad, how can you be angry? if you're being given not so nice, let's say sometimes, sabji, you cannot be angry. Hey, Gaur Bhagavan, why are you cooking like this? No, it's free. And there's a saying also, beggars can be choosers. Yeah? Be satisfied, be happy. And because one is under the modes of nature and the bodily concept, then he'll be angry. If they are like together, enviousness and being angry, they're together always. If you're not envious, you cannot be angry. You're only angry because you're envious. If you are satisfied, if you are simple, then how can you be envious? How can you be angry? You're peaceful and happy. Yes? Any other points? Yes?
Yesterday I shared this, and because you told about Vishmadev, he says upon leaving his body that to get freedom from anger, one should learn how to forgive.
How to forgive, yes. How to forgive. But it's easier to ask for forgiveness, but it's very difficult to forgive.
True.
More difficult. Because again, if you're under the modes of nature, your bodily concept, no, I'm gonna get back to you more. This is the problem. Mm-hmm.
So if somebody desires to serve Krishna,
If somebody desire to serve Krishna, yes,
his counselor, like they are both they are making each and everyone like whatever spiritual master says he is doing. But sometimes it happens if he is saying you do like this, but
the counselor says different thing.
yeah, no, so counselor says you do this like this.
You do A, okay, and then
But he is saying like students say like I will do later, I will do later, I will do later. Like it is going on.
later. Oh, then it will not come. Things that has to be done today, don't do it tomorrow.
But he desires, but after that he is not able to control that I will do it now, I will do it later, he will say.
Well, then you have to do it though. You have devotees, they only have one word. If they say they will do it, they should do it. They will do it. Okay? The materialists, they have two-faced. They will say, yes, yes, that means no. That's the materialist. Okay? Devotees, when they say yes, they should try hard to do it. If they promise, they should do it.
But after that also not doing, but they want to do.
So they need help. You should ask how I can do it. If you say, I will do it, and you don't ask for help and you cannot do it, you will never be able to do it. It's not going to happen. That means if you're trying and you don't ask for help, you will never be able to do it. That's the time you will need some help. And those who will help you will make sure that you'll be able to do it. Okay? Okay. You have a question?
Yes.
Okay, quick.
And this chapter starting, Prabhupada given the first sloka, last sentence. It is expected that one to understand this 14th chapter will attain perfection.
Yeah.
It is expected.
It is expected.
First sloka,
Last paragraph. Last sentence.
last sentence.
Thus, it is expected that one who understands this 14th chapter will attain perfection. So, if you understand, you will attain.
Only this chapter, not whole Bhagavad Gita.
Now, if you understand this one chapter, you'll understand the whole Bhagavad Gita. If you understand, because the three modes, this is very difficult to understand. Three modes of material nature. If you understand the three modes of material nature, you will transcend the modes of material nature, and then you'll go back home, back to Godhead. That's what it means. Not just literally, you have to practice it. And we're doing that. That's why we get up early in the morning, trying to chant our rounds attentively, don't commit Vaishnava parad, and eat Krishna prasadam. You'll go back home, back to Godhead. You transcend the modes by doing that. Our practicing sadhana bhakti transcends us, ultimately, from the modes of material nature. Okay? Alright, we stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, nitai goshitanat premanandi, hari hari bol, Hari Krishna, Hari Om Tat Sat.